Welcome back,
Hello,
everyone.
everybody. Steven,
Anime.
you said you had some anime to get off on.
Well, we had. Oh, yeah, okay. So, anyway, I was talking about how, like, the guy shoot him out and he got two.
What the fuck are you?
I won't ever get to talk about anime.
No,
Hi, bro.
I am not related to you in any way.
My name is Peep. What's your name? Can't talk, huh? That's fine. I'll just call you Bro. Owl Bro. Nice to meet you, Owl Bro.
Anyways.
Yeah, so he found two people on the cruise ship too.
And he's dead. This is too much. I can't believe it, Otis. Everything has gone wrong. I can't stay here in Veal. It's been very nice to know you, Otis. Goodbye. I don't think we'll see each other again. Cool.
So he got.
It's not yet, Steve. We got plot shit going on right now.
That's fine. This gives people a chance to actually watch the show beforehand. It's on Crunchyroll.
Okay. What's the name of it?
Kaiji the Ultimate Survivor. Kaiji. 5 letters.
Okay. So many lives lost. I can't believe this happened. This place already looks like it's falling apart, and we just built it yesterday. How the fuck did that happen? I was right there, and I couldn't help. None of the things we accomplished mattered at all.
Yeah, story of my life.
We were doing so great, and yet this is how it all turned out. Teardrop. We failed them. We failed them all. Okay. So, Getty doesn't seem to be taking this really well. I miss it, Otis. I miss it so much. Even though we never got to fully experience Advent. Its streets, its culture, the people, the fact that every time we opened up a calendar there we got a piece of chocolate until Christmas. We never got to see how it all turned out. Otis. Did we try hard enough?
No.
Or were we scrubs? I don't know if I can go back there, Otis. Do you think it makes any difference what we do from now on? Our future is lost. Our capital's completely gone. Think about it. The pirates destroyed Advent this easily? What are we to do? I don't feel like I belong in this village anymore. I've failed all of them. Is it okay if I stay at your place for a while? Can I just crash on your couch for a little while until I get back on my feet?
Sure.
I need to get away from here. So, you can't fly. How do you gonna...
Please carry me. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so that basically couldn't have gone better. Steven, gambling anime.
So he was down to one card, and he had a paper, and he got two other people, and together they had they had 4 chips and 5 cards, a paper and 4 scissors. And one of the guys he got was a really fat dude. That dude sucked.
Why?
He had 2 stars, and he was out of cards, and he immediately stole one of them from them. Like, because he asked the guy, like, can I borrow it for a moment? And the other guy was a fucking idiot and was like, oh yeah, sure, I don't see why this could be bad. So he immediately gambled it away, lost one of his stars, so they were down to 4 scissors and 3 chips. And they needed 9 total for them all to get out.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so immediately after that, he's like, okay, let's do this kind of more logically. He did the thing where he's like, balance theory, where it's like, if everyone's going to bet, like, they're going to go through, like, an entire set before they go to the next set, you know, like, paper, rock, scissors before they go and do another one. So he had them follow around a guy, had them go around looking for people and see if anyone with 9 cards would then immediately play, like, a rock, and a scissors. And after they were able to find them, they were able to challenge him and beat him and get... They were able to win the first round because of balance theory. Then they lost the second round because of him just calling it, like luck. And then for the next 2 rounds, the guy was like, there's no fucking way anyone would be stupid enough to have 3 scissors. There's no way in fucking hell no one would have 4 scissors. So after all that, they lost all 4 of their cards, and they were up to 5 cubes. Yes. So then, with the money they got early on, they went around buying cards, and they got a monopoly on Master Otis, Master Getty. Forgive me for hiding in your home, Otis.
Why do you guys look so down?
It's not like we killed everyone. It would be no good for locals saw you fraternizing with a former pirate.
Fraternizing.
It's almost like I get rid of this disguise, especially after what has happened.
Maybe I should wear something different.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything in quintuple XL?
I'll even go for sextuple.
Advent is destroyed, and there was nothing we could do to stop it. Maelstrom and the pirates. Why would they do such a thing?
Fucking I don't know.
Well, fucking I know. Alphonse, is there something you're not telling us?
Yeah.
Alphonse! If you know something, anything that can aid us against Maelstrom, it might help us prevent yet another attack on Veal.
You are most certainly right, Master Getty. Maelstrom, the pirates, and myself. We were all created by the owls.
Oh, snap. What? Steven, zoom in on that face for that one.
Where's the notepad?
You dropped it.
Fucking shit. Okay, whatever.
We'll just continue. ... What?
Your mentor is right, Otis. You just keep going out.
The Maelstrom is gathering ancient owl relics, and when he gets them all, he will be unstoppable. I will tell you what I know. No one knows what our original purpose was. Likely, we were merely servants for the owls. Using our strength, the owls could reach for higher knowledge. They designed various models, each made for a specific version. We were expected to optimize. We would constantly improve our ability and carry out our function. But as you know, ancient owls and what remains of their cities all but vanished. Without their guidance, we continued our tasks, blindly, for centuries.
Oh, fuck.
We created the Exegals. Maelstrom, greatest among the war units, rampaged. Built for war, he always needed something to destroy. None could oppose him.
Except for those that could.
Those of us who didn't agree to follow him were exterminated. Maelstrom took to the sky, Maelstrom took to the sky, pirates. With him as our captain, we roamed the sky, growing ever more powerful. Until, at last, the captain heard of the relics. The relics are artifacts of terrible power, remnants of the ancient owls at their peak. To Maelstrom, their power is irresistible. Captain Maelstrom has found 2 relics. One that was hidden in Veal, and the other in Advent.
So the notepad was under my phone.
Yeah, you guys couldn't see, but in the middle of talking to that, I just lifted up Steve's phone to expose the notepad. Wait, so you're saying the pirates destroyed Advent just to get the relic?
Yes, Master Guy.
Stop eating!
And now only one remains. There's candy here. If he gets the 3rd and final relic, I'm afraid Maelstrom will be unstoppable.
Is there nothing we can do?
There is, but because I admit I am hesitant. We murder him, we might get up to like 6 years in jail. I suggest you try to stop the pirates in Advent. Put your lives in danger.
He murdered an entire city. Doesn't that get him like 7 years?
It gets him like 8. Perhaps it would be best if we didn't try to meddle with the pirates anymore.
That's a little extreme. Like 8 years.
Yeah. Give him like 7.5.
The pirates are threatening Veal. We have to try to stop them. What happened in Advent wasn't your fault. I screwed up most of all. My sole duty was to protect us from pirates.
Yeah, you did fuck up.
Yeah. If we don't fight back against the pirates, I can't ever make things right.
The pirates' next destination will be a ruin called the Floating Continent.
Hey.
In an ancient owl structure there, the owls hid the last relic that Maelstrom needs. We must leave Vale and fly high up into Strato. That is where we will find the Floating Continent. Aren't we all in the Floating Continent?
Then we should go to Strato now. It's the only way we can save Veal.
I shall be in hiding here until you get out of the village.
Alright, Otis, you ready? Let's go!
So, they started a monopoly on rock cards by going around buying cards from other people. Because some people just wanted to get rid of their cards when they had 3 stars instead of risk losing them. Because if they try to do a draw with other people, the other person could just potentially screw them over.
Alright.
So they did that, and then they eventually realized, like, oh, fuck. Other people have a monopoly on paper cards.
Shit.
Yeah. So, the one guy... goddamn plot. Go ahead and put it in, Maelstrom. Alright, so, the one guy who did the paper thing came up and was like, yeah, I want to challenge you to a fucking game. Like, yeah, this will be, like, my last game or whatever. So, the main character betted, like, everything he had against him in order to win, and it was a really good one where he was able to predict that his last card was paper because in his head, the reason why it would be paper is since he has monopoly on paper, he just keep getting paper, so he wanted to be able to, like, focus on getting it to even or odd. And with the scissors and rod just as a backup, he made them... Alright, friends, this is Tropus. If we continue upwards, we'll eventually reach Strato.
I've never been that high up before. Is it really safe, Alphonse?
No. Not to worry, Master Getty.
Not to Master Getty.
Not to worry, Master Getty. I've sailed the Strato skies plenty of times. There are no more dangers there than any other places we've been.
Alright.
So, they had, like, an even number of scissors and rocks because... It was him and the guy who did the paper Monopoly got even so that way 2 of them could just bow and get rid of their extra cards. Because if you had extra cards at the end, you would just lose. So they were able to win like a lot, and then because of how badly they lost, the main character was able to buy out the paper cards from 2 of the guys and force the 3rd guy to buy out to force him to sell his cards.
It's an ugly green hat.
Oh, you didn't say the cues from the top kill yet, did you?
Hey, that's my old hat. It's got my name on it. And...
Nobody cares. Go on, little alpha. Wear it with pride.
Gross.
So freaking cool. Wow. You look incredibly stupid.
Can't argue with that. But we totally look like bros now. Go bros!
Bros. No, not you. Back to your shack now. Okay, ma'am.
Fly away. Trinket Master. Let's see. So dorky, so useless. Physical team with my very own brew. Or it was until you drank it all.
Hooray!
You already have that on your head. Silly.
Yeah, okay, so we had to get 21.
Other stuff later. Alright, cool.
Yeah, so he bought out... The paper guys had 30 paper cards. 2 of them he paid $10,000 to get them. And then he forced the last guy to give him $20,000 to take his rest. Because otherwise he's just going to walk around and tell everyone, like, hey, he's selling you paper cards to the entire, like, other people. So the cards would be useless. So then they had a monopoly on paper and rock. Now.
So, they're gonna get all of the cards.
It got near the end, because they kept looking at they had like a counter to a display showing like how many cards were still left in play. And because they knew how many cards they had, they could like make it a lot easier. Master Getty, what are you doing here? Hey there, Otis. I'm glad to see you made it out of Advent. We barely made it. And our squad leader did make it out. If it hadn't been for my injury, we would have been in there when...
Okay.
Thanks for your help in Advent, youngling. It's a shame that we failed.
We couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, so it got down near the end where it's like, oh, okay, like, there's only, like, 3 scissor cards in play, so we can actually just keep playing, paper with, like, no risk whatsoever. But no one else wanted to play, like, at all. Because everyone else was scared that other people had them marked and was just following them around watching them play their cards. So there was, like, 16 people left. And so no one was playing, and eventually the one asshole who stole the main character's first 2 chips was like, hey, let's all get together and, like, shuffle our cards together so everyone's on an even playing field. And they just completely broke up the fucking paper rock monopoly they had going.
Wait, they agreed to that?
Everyone had to. It's like, he got, like, pretty much everyone besides the main character to agree to it. And he's like, let's all agree to only play against each other. So the main character had to go in, otherwise he couldn't gamble anymore. And he needed to win a few more. Yeah. So eventually he was able to... they all did it, and he eventually figured out, like, the fucking asshole cheated again. You know, big surprise.
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah. He marked...
Stick 2 fingers in my ass and 1 in my dick, because that's a shocker right there.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah. So, he marked... There's so few scissors left that he marked them and gave them to people and gave himself rock and just went after the people that only had scissors so he could just win more. Right. He had like 9 star chips at that point. And you could sell your star chips at the end to other people, which is what the loan was for. Or you could just give them back to the house for like 50 grand each.
Huh.
So it was like, yeah, you just can make a lot of money through this.
Fuck. Am I supposed to be in here?
Probably.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
So yeah, eventually got down to the point where it was down to 5 people, and none of them wanted to battle each other because they all knew what everyone else had because of deduction and whatnot. So the main character was just like, okay, look, we're all gonna fucking lose unless we do something. So we'll just do this actually random. I'll put a rock, a paper, and a scissors down. You pick it, and that's the one I play. And he got through the last 3 people, lost 2 star chips and gained 1. And by doing that, they were down to 4, and they had like 60 cards left. And the one asshole couldn't, and it was just them and the one asshole left, and he had 1 card left. So in order for him to actually play, he had to play them, and he forced them to give them like all of his star chips.
Nice.
Yeah. So, you know, it was like a really nice plan that just kind of worked out. I was like, wow, you guys actually did it. But here comes the real shock is there was 3 cards missing. And, yeah, and earlier on, one guy threw 3 of his cards in the toilet.
What?
Yeah, and then he got kicked out because you're not allowed to destroy the cards. And it's like, yeah, no matter what, there's going to be a card left over no matter what. So the main character sacrificed himself by making him lose all his star chips, so his 2 friends would have 9. He get taken into the back room. He was stripped naked and just put in a room full with like 30 other naked dudes who had lost. And it's like, okay, now, when the buyout happened, you guys just used 3 of those chips to save me. They didn't.
Well, yeah, why would they?
Because he literally helped them all. They all would have lost, but they were just like, yeah, fuck him. We have debts to pay, you know, that's why we're here. So the main character got put in the slave room, and he got really fucking lucky in the fact that there was one guy there that was just kind of a cocky ass. Like, yeah, don't worry, I'll get out. I got money. And he knows that there was a tape on his back, which he had like really expensive rings on. And he got saved, he was walking out and he beat him up and just took them without him noticing. So when he got out to talk to his friends, like, yeah, don't worry, I got the stuff. Oh, fuck. So the guy just showed, like, yeah, if you fuckers want these back, you're letting me out.
Nice.
Yeah, and then he got out, and then he got really pissed at the 2 people that sold him out, that he took all their money. He just took it.
Oh. I've been going the wrong way for a majority of this episode.
That's fine. But yeah, that was the first arc, and I'm currently in the middle of the second arc, which was really fucked up.
All right.
This one isn't like a gambling game. So instead, they got 60 people this time.
Up, floating continent. Down, Tropus.
Left, nothing.
Spikes.
Yeah. So, fuck. Yeah, I'm just going to get the second one, it was 60 people. And in this one, it was 5 groups of 12, and they all had to go across like this high beam.
Okay.
And it was like, I don't know, like a 30-foot drop.
Oh, what the fuck? There were little bats in there I couldn't see. Fuck.
Get Master Getty. Yeah. Pew pew. So, there were 12 of them. And the first two, the 12 were all competing at the same time, and they were divided into 4 groups of 3, all going across a small beam. And it was every man for himself. The first person there got 200 grand. The second person will get 100 grand. So, the first person to go on was immediately at risk of the person coming next to just push them off this 30-foot drop and break their legs.
Ah.
Yeah, and let me just say this. A lot of people pushed. It was really kind of heart-wrenching to see, and, like, the main character didn't win.
Yay. Did he break his legs?
No, he was fine. So, like, a lot of people were just fucking assholes, and then after that, they had, like, all the other groups just, like, show up who came up, and one group only had one guy make it.
Oh.
So, after that, we then get to the fun part.
Oh.
Where, yeah, here's a 200,000.
Hey!
Help anyone! I'm totally stuck down here. Oh yeah, we were told to help them.
Yes.
Oh, happy day.
Sunday, Monday, happy.
Mister, are you here to save me? I've been stuck down here for like 2 minutes. I'm so hungry, I was just about to eat my own feet.
There's fruit right on that tree over there.
Oh.
Hey there, fella.
Wow. Did you just get teleported?
Yeah, I did actually. I guess I'm kind of used to it now.
Wow, I wish I could teleport. I'd never be stuck again. Whoosh. That's what it would sound like. That's great. I'd even be able to teleport anyway away from Buccaneers punch. Buccaneers punch. I'd be able to turn Buccaneers right away. Yep, that's where I want to be.
Okay, so should we help you get out of here, or...
Yes, please.
Alright, Otis, you're the carrying expert around here. I'll leave this one to you. Yay.
Bye-bye, teleporting man. Alright, so then we got to the fun part where the winners didn't actually get like 200,000 or 100,000. They got coupon for 200,000 and 100,000, which they had to go to the building next door, but the elevator didn't work there.
What do you mean the elevator didn't work?
It wasn't working. Wow, mister. Thank you so much. I can totally make it from here.
Oh.
Did you expect to carry him all the way back?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be hanging out outside Buccaneers with my bros.
You have no bros.
Come visit me soon, why don't ya?
You just hear... Ah!
Alright, so the elevator wasn't working, so instead, on the 24th floor, they had 2 high beams going across them. Like a 100-foot gap.
And, you know, if you're the first one across, then you get to, like... fuck.
Yeah. So, you had to go across, and if you fell, you fucking died. Although this time, people had no reason to push each other off. Because it was literally just get to the other side to catching your coupon.
Tell me some people still pushed.
Nah. I mean, I'll go into it in a bit more, but yeah. So the main character was able to get a coupon for 100 grand because there was an extra one, and a fair amount of people were just like, "We aren't actually gonna do this, right?" But don't worry, there were still 10 idiots that decided to do it.
Yay!
So things didn't go well.
I was gonna say, how much did all of them die?
So 8 of them just kind of fell. One of them was a fucking asshole and accidentally dragged another person with him. Now, you're on a high beam. Now, you might be thinking, like, why don't you use your hands? Well, they thought of that. It was electrified.
So why did they touch it at all?
Because of the rubber soles on their feet, on their shoes.
Okay.
They couldn't touch it with their hands, otherwise the shock would literally knock them off. And that happened. A lot. So.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, wait, one of those coins that I didn't end up figuring out how to get in the first dungeon.
Yeah, so is the health up?
It turns your game off. Look at that.
Oh, sweet. Good. We're done.
Yep.
Thank God.
The Guardians and the Machines. I, Aegelus of the Owls, made them all.
You fucked up.
With this token, you hold the key. Go to Chuck E. Cheese. Play one of the games. Make sure it's the foosball game. That one's my favorite. Come to the sanctuary and learn of the mistake that I have wrought.
We had to collect them all, don't we?
I got the wrong... I exchanged my tickets for the wrong gift, and now I really regret it.
Oh, I think it gave you a health up.
It certainly gave me that, whatever that bar is.
That's your health, I believe.
That's a lot of health. Yeah, that's
Maybe, I don't know.
Ancient Memories, 1 of 3. Yeah, so the other one was in that other, area.
So, it got down to the final 2, and when we got to the end, there was this window you had to open to go in, and if you opened it, a lot of air pressure would be released and knock you down. So not the main character, the other guy did it and fell. So the main character was the last one left.
This is the same show as the rock, paper, scissors thing?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It just fucking want wow, you guys just want just straight up murder here. Before it was just slave fun. Yeah, so now it's down to the last character, and he's like, okay, there's got to be a trick, right? Right? And then he looked to his like, oh wait, there's a glass staircase there.
The whole time there was a staircase.
It was at near the end.
Oh, okay.
It was near the end. It's like, we couldn't possibly see it from 100 feet away, and traveling across, we weren't really looking that hard. We were focusing on around us, not looking for secrets. So yeah, he was able to do that, and he was able to get up, and he got up, and he's like, yeah, congrats, you made it, but you guys forfeited your right to the prize because you all said you guys wanted me to turn off the power.
Wait, when they
the power? It was during the middle of it when there were still 8 people left.
Okay.
They were like, please, just call it off, turn off the power. He's like, yeah, I did it. Granted, I did it 10 minutes late, but I did it. So he was the only one left, and he didn't get paid. And now I'm at the next part where, because he actually made it, a high up dude was like, come on, give him some money at least. Yeah, I want to see him suffer a little more because the people get off on that if you have money, I guess. It's like, yeah, why don't we play a different game? Don't worry, you're guaranteed to get money. We promise. And granted, so far, he has made some money.
That's good. Is he still in debt?
I'm not done with the arc yet.
Okay.
But I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Because otherwise there wouldn't be a season 2.
I disagree.
Yeah. So anyway.
Gamblers don't just gamble because they're in debt.
Yeah, sure, fair enough. He's probably going to get off on the throw eventually. So, in this game, you either A, bet your sight, or B, bet your hearing.
What the fuck?
And you put a little strap on your eye or your...
strap on?
Yeah. On your eye or your ear with a needle. And it will go, and you have 3 centimeters worth...
Dudo! Cunts.
Yeah.
Hey, that hit him, not me.
Yeah. You have 3 centimeters to work with. And you can gamble 1 millimeter at a time, so 30 millimeters. And they're playing what's known as E-card.
When did you start talking about millimeters?
Okay, so they're betting up... the main character is betting his sight or his hearing.
Okay.
And it's this thing you strap onto your eye or your ear. And it's a needle which will slowly go in.
Oh, okay.
And you have 30 millimeters to work with. And that's how they're going to gamble with.
You think the guy's ever just man, I wish I was playing rock, paper, scissors again?
Yeah, probably. I remember when I was almost sold off to a sex ring or something.
Those were the days.
Yeah. So, for this game, him and the one guy each get 5 cards. Each person gets 4 of what's known as citizen cards. One person gets an emperor card, and the other person gets a slave card.
Oh, the emperor card takes you right to the boss battle. That's a good one.
So, emperor beats citizen. Citizen's tie. Citizen beats slave, and slave beats king. So, the person on the slave side has a 1 in 5 chance of winning, while the emperor has 4 in 5.
Okay.
So, the way this works is, it'll alternate between rounds. So, the main character will be emperor for 3 rounds, then slave for 3, and then it's a total of 12 rounds. So, every time he bets a millimeter, it's equivalent, when he's on the emperor side, it's equivalent to $10,000. And when he's on the slave side, every millimeter is $50,000. Wait. No, wait. Every millimeter is
What the fuck?
$1,000. It's $1,000, and slave is $5,000. So, you know, it's a lot of psychological battle where the guy he's facing is predicting him like he's just playing like a fucking fiddle.
It's just game theory.
Yeah, it's game theory. Like he's just mind fucking him, and like he's able to predict the cards at this point. And the main character doesn't know how to fucking beat him. And like I've only finished the first 4 rounds of 12. The first 2 rounds he won a total of 20,000 just because of sheer luck. And then the third one he lost a whole centimeter, so it was down to 20 millimeters, and he's lost another 2 millimeters, so he's down to 18. And his goal is to get 200,000 so he can pay off his debts and pay off someone else's debts because he gave him a ticket of $100,000. And then he like fell. So anyway, that's all I can say. I think it's a really good show so far. I'm hoping to continue it sometime this week. I might not be able to, but yeah, I'll keep you updated on Owl for this, I guess, if you guys are interested at all. Because I recommend it. Anyway, Pat, we have gone over.
I was waiting for you to finally finish talking about this shit. This has been like an episode and a half, Steve.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry.
Alright, this looks like a nice spot to stop.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you all for watching. There's the end slate. Click like, click videos, click everything. Dude, just click our channel a lot. It doesn't even have to be anything specific. Just like click the side of it a bunch. I don't care.
Okay.
Bye.